Hello students. Today let us learn about the algebra and the basics of algebra. So basically algebra is all about knowing unknown things. So in the process of knowing unknown things, we will have to do certain uh, expressions and equations. So before we learn about expressions and equations, let us learn about very basic terms we use in algebra. First one is constant. Constant means anything which has a fixed value is what we call as constant, which means we can say all the numbers, it may be anything of this kind. So these are all we can call as constant. Even pi also can be called as constant because its value is fixed. Same way, variable means the word itself suggests you that it changes. Anything which changes is represented by a variable. But usually what we do in algebra, the small alphabets like x, y, z or a, b, c or sometime m, n, l, these type of letters we use to represent the variable. For example, I will take one example of an equation and I will show you how the variable is used there. Let's say suppose you all know it's a very simple equation. Let's say 5 plus, I'll put a box here, something which is unknown is equal to 7. You can easily tell me what should be there in the box. Yes, you know that it should be 2. Just in algebra, every time we cannot draw the box. That is the reason we use a letter like x, y or something like that, and then we find the value of x, right? So this x changes from equation to equation, from question to question. So that is the reason wherever we do not know, wherever the value we do not know, we may use any of these letters. So we call them as variables because their value varies from question to question based on the conditions of the question. So you must know constant and variable are two very important things you must understand in algebra. Once if you know the constant and variable, the next term which we learn in algebra is so it's called as term itself. So term is formed using constant and variable. That means along with one multiplication and variable sign. Let's say suppose if I use one constant and one variable like this, constant and variable are bounded by a sign called multiplication. So term means it is the combination of constant, variable and either multiplication or division sign. Let's say for example if I write 2 by x, so this is also a term which is a mixture of or combination of constant, variable and connected by the sign division. So we can say that term means it is the combination of constant, variable and into sign or division sign or both. Sometime both may appear in a term. So we will take some more examples for term. Let's say minus 1 by 2x, I may say. Here minus 1 by 2 is a constant and into x is a variable. Or I can say 2x divided by y, I may say. So here constant, variable, this is also variable. Here there are two variables, but all these are mixed by constant, variable, into sign and division sign. So this also can be called as a term. Okay, so sometime it's not necessary that only one variable or two variable may come. Sometime it may be minus 3x, y, even z may come, or you may say 2 by 3 a b c by x, something like this. So all these are called as terms in algebra. Once you understand the terms, after that you can learn about expressions. Okay, expressions means it is a combination of different terms. Expression is nothing but it is the mix of terms. Let's say, suppose these terms only I will mix 2x plus y. If I say, so one term, second term. So if you mix two terms, and if you make, it will be if you use plus or minus sign, it will become a expression. So as the term defined as combination of constant, variable and into and division sign, here in expression what will happen, you will use different terms and mix them with plus or minus sign. See, like you have used plus here. Same way, even one single letter if I write, this also can be called as a term, because it can have 0 into y also. So like it looks like one term, but you can add any number of terms along with it. So this can be called as expression. Same way, there may be like 3x plus 2y, or you can say 1 by 2, like maybe a minus 1 by 2, you can say b, or sometime 2xy plus 3x x square y also I can say. I'll explain to you about the square and all in the next video. Now let's say z. So here, like, this is the expression having two terms, this is the expression having one term, two terms, three term. Like based on the number of terms, expression can be named. Like wherever there is one term, it can be called as monomial, its name is monomial. Wherever there are two terms, like this is also two term, this is also two term, it is called as binomial. And wherever you see three terms in an expression, it is called as trinomial. So these are the very basic things of algebra. I hope you have understood this, and we will see more about the algebra and expressions, equations in the next video. Thank you.